Hi everyone, my name is Maggi Gao. I am a personal trainer based in New York City, and I'm so excited to be here with EHE Health today for Rise and Thrive. So today I wanted to discuss New Year's resolutions and why, if you have an exercise resolution, the best time to start on that is actually right now. I'll also take you through a quick demo workout to help you get started moving at home today. So this is around the time that people will start thinking about what they've achieved this past year and then what they want to accomplish in the next year. And one of the most common resolutions I hear is actually about exercise. People wanting to gain more muscle, lose some weight, lift that weight over their head, anything of that sort. And I've definitely been there where I'm thinking, okay, so I've achieved what I wanted to this year. Next year, I'm gonna set some goals for myself that I definitely want to hit. But the thing is, I'll then hear people say, I won't start now though. I'll just wait until January 1st. That's when I'll start my workout. So what's really interesting is that it's a commonly held belief that people will start seeing results super fast if they go lift the heaviest weights they can. They spend as much time as they can in the gym. And that's not quite the case. So that's why gyms are the busiest in January than in any other time of the year. But you'll see in February and March, we'll start dropping off a little bit in numbers. There's some faces that you'll see, but then you won't see for a while, like maybe once every couple of weeks. And that's not great for exercise resolutions. So exercise shouldn't really be seen as a chore or something that has to be done. Instead, it should be seen as a lifestyle change and should be treated as such. Which is why it's so important to start implementing little lifestyle changes now in order to support your exercise resolutions and give you a great foundation for lasting success. For example, if your goal is to run a marathon next year, you're not going to start off by running 20 miles on your very first run out, right? Or another example is if you want to take an advanced calculus 3 class. You're not going to do that if you haven't quite gotten your head around pre-calc yet. It just doesn't quite compute. You want to start with little, small, buildable basics so that exercise becomes a part of the lifestyle, and it just makes it so much easier to implement a proper training program on top of that. And this is what I really try to coach my own clients in, is that exercise should not be detracting from your lifestyle. It should be enhancing it. And if a client comes to me wanting to get stronger, to build more muscle, to lose weight, we talk about their current lifestyle, their work, and daily activities in order for me to help them really think of solutions and how to add daily movement to their everyday lives. For example, if a client comes to me saying, I have absolutely no time to work out, I'm slammed at work, when I get home I'm tired, I wake up and I go straight to work, I start saying, let's start adding maybe 5 to 10 minute walks in the middle of your day. You have to have time to eat lunch. So during your lunch, walk to get coffee, walk to get your sandwich, walk back rather than order in. And that's just gonna start adding little bits of movement throughout the day and start helping you learn to carve out more time for that exercise. Or if someone doesn't have access to a gym, I'd start them off on bodyweight movements. If they're unfamiliar with how to structure their own workouts, I'd help set them up with bodyweight circuits, quick ideas for a quick workout, 10 to 15 minutes, 20 minutes is really all you need every day to start building that foundation. So all of this may seem like small, insignificant changes, because what's 5-10 minutes more of daily exercise gonna get me? Like, what's a walk gonna get me? What's bodyweight movements gonna get me? But it's just gonna help make exercise and movement feel less like something that you really have to do. It's something that you are dragging your feet to do, and instead incorporating it as part of your lifestyle, like brushing your teeth. You have to brush your teeth every day, morning and night. Hopefully you do. I would suggest you do. But exercise should be like the same thing. Should be like brushing your teeth. You get your daily movement in. And this is just gonna help you build up to a proper resistance training program and help you stick to it past January, past February, past March, and hopefully for the entire year. So too much of anything, even a good thing, is not gonna be good for you in the long run. And this is also true for exercise. If you go in January 1st, if your exercise resolution is to go to the gym every day, spend 2 hours at the gym every day, lift the weights, I'm gonna lose that weight, I'm gonna build that muscle, I'm gonna get stronger, that can actually be quite jarring to the body, especially if you're not used to that load. So what I see a lot of people do is they'll go really, really hard at the gym because yes, you made it, that's the first step. And then you start lifting all the heavy weights. And then when you get home and wake up the next day, you're feeling so sore and you don't want to move. And then you're sore for a couple days, a week, 2 weeks. Then the next gym session, it doesn't seem worth it because your whole body hurts. It's very discouraging to be like, oh, I have to go lift weights again. That's gonna be pushed to the back of your mind. So what I tell my own clients is that all workouts should be making you stronger and more resilient. Every workout should have a purpose to help you reach your end goal. And if you feel so sore that you can't move, that's not gonna be good for the end goal, because then what's gonna happen is you're gonna miss the next workout. You're gonna miss the next workout, and then it's gonna be harder to come back. And just like that, your schedule, your best intentions for your resolution can be gone. It's just as simple as that. And it's all about the perseverance. It's all about being smart about it. And when I find clients realize this on their own, when I start coaching them, and then they realize that exercise shouldn't be so hard and tiring, and instead realize it should be rewarding and worth putting an effort in, that's when I know I've done my job. So I hope you get the point that I'm trying to get across, is that exercise resolutions are so good. Everyone should be so proud of themselves for wanting to better themselves in physical activity, in improving their mental health, but you should start now. It shouldn't be something that is like, okay, I'm gonna do this at this certain date. It should be something that is part of everyday life. So now I want to take you through a body weight circuit that can be customized based on how much time you have, your own physical activity level, and can really be done anywhere. Because I know people go to work, people work at home, so this can be done before you go to the office, at the office, in between Zoom meetings at home, or even just at the end of the day. And as long as you get some movement in, that's just gonna help push you to be a little bit better than you were before. And that's all I coach. That's pretty much the main point I try to get across. So anyway, let's get to it. I'm gonna show you the circuit, then I'm gonna break it down for you a little bit, and hopefully this will help you implement work into your daily life. All right, so I have my timer here. I'm not sure if you can see, but you can use any timer you like. We're gonna be doing a time-based circuit with just body weight. So this is gonna be 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, and you're just gonna follow the time. There's no rep scheme, so it's super simple. Just wait for the ding or watch the time, and then that movement is over. Okay, I will be demoing 2 rounds of this body weight circuit for you. The first round is going to be a slightly regressed version of the workout for people who feel like they can't quite do jumping, or their body isn't ready enough to handle the intensity of the movement. And the second round will be a more advanced version for all you go-getters out there, okay? So without further ado, let's get to it. I've got my timer here. I'm just gonna wait for it to ding to signal the start of my first 30 seconds. The first exercise we're gonna be doing is a walkout to plank. This is for upper body, for core, and it's gonna get your heart rate up because your heart will change levels. So let's get the timer started. Let's go. We're gonna put our hands on the ground, walk out to a plank, hike your hips up, walk back up. And I'm just gonna keep doing this until the timer goes off. Make sure you keep breathing. Okay, there's my ding. That's 30 seconds done. My second exercise is going to be full extension squats. This is a more regressed version of jump squats. I'm just watching the timer. So this is good for someone who doesn't really like to jump, but still wants that feeling of a squat jump. All right, got 5 seconds. I'm going to get started when the ding hits. Okay, so these full extension squats, I'm going to touch my hands to the ground in a squat, keep my chest up, don't want any hunched shoulders, come up on my toes as I'm reaching for the ceiling. So always try and keep your gaze forward. Remember, it's not about speed you're doing these at, it's about quality. Oh, I'm feeling these in my calves. All right, there's a ding. My 30 seconds of rest has come. Number 3, we're going to be doing Supermans. You're going to be on the ground, face down. This is for your shoulders and for your back and your core. Okay, so this is super important. Sorry, my words got muddled up there. Super important for that nice stretch in the front. You don't want to be too hunched over. So you're going to start off, hands in front of you, chest on the ground. Let's go. So you're not really using your lower back to bring your chest and shoulders up. You're going to be pulling through the middle of your back and lifting your arms up. Try not to hunch your shoulders. And for extra core activation, keep your feet on the ground. All right, that's my 30 seconds. So my last exercise, we're gonna be doing Suitcase Crunches, which is a core exercise. This is gonna be a more regressed version of what we're gonna do next. So we're gonna start off by sitting on the ground. I'm just watching my timer. So I'm keeping a strict 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off situation. We're gonna start off on the ground, hands above your head, feet out. Wait for the ding. Good, so we're just gonna come up, hug our knees, and then slowly, with control, lower back down. Use your breath. If you can't quite get there, this is also a great alternative for bringing your knees into your chest. I would prefer if you sit all the way up. All right, that was 30 seconds. So that's one round. I'm just gonna go straight into the next round. You can add a bit more rest in between rounds. I'm gonna do that all again with a more advanced version. So instead of walkouts like I did in the first one, we're gonna be doing a walkout to push up. And this is gonna really challenge your cardio. So we're gonna get started the same way. Wait for a timer. Hear the ding. We're gonna walk out to a plank, perform a push-up, walk back up. So this is slightly more advanced and it looks easy, but it can get quite tough the more you do it. Make sure in the push-up, your core is very activated. This is a moving plank. There we go, that is your ding. And then the next up, we got actual jump squats instead of these, the full extension squats. So, just rest up. This is gonna be a bit more cardio heavy than the first regressed version. Okay, get ready. I'm gonna face this way this time so I can see the timer. Make sure it's about quality of movement, not the amount and speed. All right, and let's go. Starting to squat. All right, if you're following along, make sure you're fully extended at top, so I don't want any little hops. Try and get your head to touch the ceiling. Keep your chest up. If you want, point those toes. Almost there. Good, make sure you go all the way up for the full time for that full experience. All right, number 3, we're gonna be doing, I'm a little out of breath. Superman snow angels. So we're gonna be down on the ground. Same thing as our Superman, except we're gonna be adding some angels to it, which means bringing the arms around, okay? So I'll show you in just a second. Lie down, wait for the ding, arms up, snow angel it, then relax. Repeat. Make sure you breathe. And again, this isn't your lower back working. Should be your shoulder blades and your arms. All right, make sure you perform each movement up until the final second of your 30 seconds. So last up, instead of suitcase crunches, we have full V-ups. And this is gonna be more challenging for your core. I'm a little out of breath. Whew. That was a good one. If you do a couple rounds of this, I promise, this will feel really good for your body and for your heart. Okay, get ready, lie all the way down. So I want you to end up with your body like a V. Try and aim to touch your ankles or your toes. Again, it's about quality of movement. See if you can go a little faster. That's great too. Or you can really concentrate just on each and every movement. All right, so that was 2 rounds done, 8 minutes. I feel great even though I did 2 separate types of workouts, and I hope you like it. I'll explain everything in a second. All right, so I just demoed 2 rounds of a bodyweight circuit. This circuit is time-based, so it's super easy to add more rounds if you have more time, or add less rounds if you have less time. And this is a full body circuit, so it works everything, and you should be feeling good afterwards and not too tired. Nothing should be hurting, but you should feel your muscles working. So the first round I did was a slightly regressed version. If you have any joint pain, if you feel like you can't do some of the exercises, that would be a great option for you because there's no impact on the bones, no impact on the joints, and it's going to be for a slightly more basic level. The second round, I did a more advanced version of those movements, so if you feel like you're up for it, please go for it. I love it, it's super fun, and again, it works the whole body, so nothing gets left behind. So number 1, we did a walkout to push up. So my regress people, we did just walkouts to plank. My advanced people, we did a walkout to push up. All exercises today will be 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So you don't have a certain rep range. You just have that amount of time you're doing work in. Obviously, you don't have to get to a certain number, but you want to keep good form and you don't want to rush through it. So 30 seconds on of walkouts to push up if you're more advanced, then 30 seconds of rest. Then we have 30 seconds of jump squats or expulsive full extension squats, as I like to call them. Full extension squats. Full extension squats, where you're not jumping in that. So there's 2 versions of that. You're still working the squat. You're still working that cardiovascular system by changing your heart level. That's again 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Number 3, we have Supermans. So my regressed, more basic level, we're just gonna lift our arms off the ground when we're face down, and that should be working your back, your shoulders, and your arms. For our more advanced people, we're adding an angel to that, so we're windshield wiping all the way down and all the way back up while we're on the ground. Number 4, we have either suitcase crunches or V-ups. This is gonna be your core work for today. So suitcase crunches, we're gonna lie on our back, hug our knees in as we come up with our chest, then extend to a full lying down position. My more advanced version is going to be V-ups. So as you come up, you want your body to be shaped like a V. So when your butt's touching the ground and you're reaching up towards your toes with your legs straight. And that's gonna be for 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. In between rounds, you can add a 1 minute, 30 second to 1 minute rest if you need it. I like putting on an interval timer or just putting on a timer and keeping track of that. I did show you in the demo, and it's up to you. You should feel your heart rate raise. You should feel a little bit out of breath, but you also shouldn't feel like you aren't able to do any of the exercises. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I've had so much fun demoing this video, talking about New Year's resolutions with you today. My name is Maggi Gao again. If you want to find me on social media, I'm on Instagram at Maggi Gao. That's MAGGIGAO. And if you want to find me on my website, it's maggigao.com. You can message me through Instagram, through the website. You can email me. Everything's on my website. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for having me on, and I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year.